Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden. Last time we stormed the castle of Tyran and defeated the tyrannical zombie dragon that was causing evil fog and dangerous territory. Now we have taken over the castle, christened it Freedom Castle, and have founded the new Liberation Army. Now, we're talking to Mathiu, our chief surgeon, and he is going to give us a new task. Everybody's pretty excited. Alright, we're having a banquet. And Camille just still wants our money. We didn't find any treasure, but basically Taiho even is on our side, saying, you're being boring, we want food. I agree. Huh. And Leknot teleports here, and we have finally chosen our own path. Indeed, I think we did that about the moment where I joined the rebel army, but hey. Okay, she brought us some gifts. Okay. Stone Tablet Promise. That sounds nice. Yeah. Well, that's true of every army. Okay. Excellent. Oh, crap. You again. Oh, man. This is our gift. You're giving us Luke. This is like the worst gift ever. Okay, well, thanks. Alright, history's only just begun to move. Excellent. So, Leknot shows up and gives us a new guy named Luke. And he's joining us. And he hopes we don't mind. I already mind. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gremio, for voicing my own thoughts. Oh, man. Everybody's crap is getting dumped on us. The vessel is now in our possession. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I agree. We need recruits. And the first one he suggests is this fellow named Lepant, who lives in Kuan, which is where we upgraded all of our equipment. Let's recruit him. He's sure to be useful. Okay. So from this point on, this is our home. It's called our headquarters, and it's awesome. I love this place. And it gets constantly upgraded as the game goes on and you recruit more and more people, and things change. You can always go around and talk to everybody, and she's always seems to think I'm thinking of my dad. Luke here is the keeper of the stone tablet, and this is where the 108 Stars of Destiny thing that I mentioned in the very first episode starts to come into play. Notice how each of these is a star, and we can look at each one and see, okay, this is that star. Now, most of them are unfilled because we only have a few people. So these are the kind of core members of our crew. In the original source material, each of these characters had a very, very specific role or function in the army. And there were essentially two levels. There were the 32 heavenly spirits and then the 32 earthly spirits. Or, excuse me, 32... Wait a minute. I'm messing up. 36 heavenly spirits and the 72 earthly spirits equals 108. And so the 32 were usually or 36 were usually the more important characters in the novel, and usually they had their own little stories, etc., etc. So you'll notice that all of the guys we have are of this 32, or within the first 36. I believe that I haven't counted this stuff, but this is 8 on one side, 16 here. So the first 32 are here, and then the first 4 here would make 36. All of the guys we have kind of fall within that because they are obviously mandatory party members who we have to get, and they have different uses and so forth. And they slightly parallel the characters in the book. So, for example, sort of the leader of the army in the book was this guy named Song Jiang, and he was the Tenkai Star, who is the leader of the Stars of Heaven. The strategist, wise man, if you will, of the group was this guy named Wu Yong, and he is the Tenki Star, and so Mathiu will fill that same role in our army. The Tenkai Star was this guy named Gongsun Sheng, and he was very mystical, magical. Luke is going to be sort of like that for us. Luke is the first pure magic character we recruit, and up until now, we've used Cleo primarily for her magic. Her magic is actually quite good, but you'll notice that Luke's magic, even at level 12, is 9 points higher than Cleo's is at level 20. So, and Luke comes with the Wind Rune, which is the true Wind Rune, and you never have to upgrade Luke's equipment, and you just use magical attacks, and that's how he's effective. However, his weakness is that he is a short-range fighter, which means you basically always want to put people like Luke. There are several other magical mages in the game, but you always want to put people like Luke in the back row, and they can't attack unless they're using magic, so their spell charges become a premium for them. You'll also notice that if I select Mathiu, he has no level, no experience, no HP, no MP, no nothing. No stats whatsoever. That is because he is not a playable character. You cannot use Mathiu in your party. You can't. But the majority of the people you'll get on this list here are people that we will be using in our party, obviously. So, for example, Yamku, who we couldn't use before, now can join our party, and he's level 9, and he has a level 3 weapon, so he's significantly behind everybody we have. So, there you go. And just as usually when you play this game, you'll have sort of a favorite group where you'll use those characters a lot, and you won't really deviate too much from that. I'm going to try to just have a little bit of fun and pick a lot of characters. And one issue in this game that I feel is you end up having way too many party members, and I don't know if it's too many party members, you have a lot of party members, but you never really have an opportunity to use all of them because almost every mission you're mandated certain members. So already we're mandated to use Gremio in this mission. You can tell because he's automatically in my party. There's just nothing I can do about it. And anytime you want to choose party members, you can talk to Mathiu. Now he's giving us our new mission. Lepant is in the township of Kuan. He's a manor who honors friendship. If you tell him that he's come with my introduction, he's sure to join up with you. And here come our mandatory party members. Oh, they're taking me along, of course. And Cleo is obviously coming along as well. So our core crew is set. However, and ideally I would not like to do this. I'd like to use new party members. Like I would try to use Taiho, Yamku, and Camille instead of all these guys, just because we've been using them the whole game, but I have no choice. So I'm going to do my best and use Yamku and Luke here. At least for a while. Now, that's just for fun. You don't need to do that, but I want to do that because why not? And it can obviously get very expensive to outfit every single character with all the best gear every single time you want to use them. So our mission is to get Lepant, but that's not really what we'll be doing this episode. As you'll notice, we have this very large and nice fortress where... And poor Camille. When do you plan on paying me what you owe? No, you never pay her. So I guess that's sort of nice, but it also kind of sucks for her. But eventually she becomes sort of devoted to our cause and we'll be fine. Now, the first thing we want to do is not go after Lepant. We want to get a few other recruits that are in the area that'll make this basically a much more effective base. And we've seen them already. I told you to look out for them and notice them. So here we already have our first structure. This is Taiho's hut. And Yamku lives here with him. And there will be some other people that join him there. And as we recruit more people, you'll start to see more structures come up. And now we can actually have full control of the boat. We can go wherever we want. But there's really only one place we can go right now, which is Kaku. And I don't want to board it. So the boat is now ours because Taiho now lives in our army. Now, remember this girl for later. We can't get her yet. However, there was one other person in this town that we could get. So let's do it. This guy. Remember, no other castle keeper could understand what his invention is, but it's an elevator. We know what an elevator is. That seems like it'd be really useful. Let's get him. We're the leader of the Liberation Army. And we get Sergei in our group. Excellent. So he is actually a playable party member. You can use him. I've never really done so because he starts out much lower level than everybody. But we're going to take this opportunity to at least level Yamku's weapon up to 5. Luke, I don't think you really need to. Like, Luke doesn't use physical attacks. I say that again. However, I'm going to level it up just because I can. No other real reason. Notice how low his friggin' attack is. I mean, it's at level 4 and it's at 10. It's terrible. But whatever. Luke is our bro right now, so... And of course, we also want to put Yamku in front. Well, because Yamku is lower level than Cleo, we might as well keep him here. Usually I would like to keep Luke in the farthest right corner. Any magical dealer is even skillshier usually than long-range dealers, but Yamku is only level 9, so let's not worry about that. Okay, now, the next place we want to go is our old place, Seon, where we got Mathiu. Let's go back here. And you'll remember we found an old friend in the inn here. That is Marie here. And Marie is absolutely willing to join us. And we get Marie immediately, and now she is our permanent innkeeper in the castle. So anytime we want, we can go to Marie and get free staying as long as we're near our castle. Now this guy, we still can't get him to join us. However, we can do that a little bit later. The last place we want to go, or not the last place, but the next place we want to go, well, let's fight these guys. Why not? I'll show you Luke. Right now, he's not that good. He only has a single target attack and then the Wind of Sleep, which puts everybody to sleep. He's not as powerful as he will be much later. In general, I don't think that magical users are that worth using at the beginning of the game, because they're very easy to die, as you can see. And they don't really do a lot of... They're not that effective. Cleo is an exception because she gets the Fire Rune very early in the game, and she's able to do a lot of damage with it. However, the most damaging spells don't come until significantly later. So Luke ate it immediately, which is real nice. But we can keep hoping that he'll be okay. Let's go here to Quaba. And we can't pass through the fortress here, but we can talk to this guy. And he immediately is, like, excited to join us. And like Mathiu, Chandler and Marie are not party members. Like, they don't join you. They basically go to your base and improve it. So it's very, very nice to get them on your team because, needless to say, Chandler is an item dealer. So remember how all throughout the game I've been saying, hey, look at the item shop here. Just look at it. You don't even have to buy anything. Just look at it every time. And the reason I did this was because now Chandler's inventory will have items from every village we've been to. Even those that we can't get to anymore, like Lenin Camp or Gregminster. Alright, I'm continuing to fight these guys. I don't really need to because I need to just essentially go to the... He's probably going to kill Luke. Nope, we got lucky. Yeah, so what we really ought to do is take Yamku and Luke both to the grinding spot. But even that won't really improve Luke's magic too much. I don't think he's worth using right away. He gets really, really, really good at the end of the game. In fact, I tend to use him, like, in the last few dungeons. Of course, there are other really good magic users other than Luke, but... The problem is the Wind Rune is not as great as it could be. We're just gonna let these guys go. I don't really feel like fighting 6 of those. Okay. Oh my gosh. The encounters. The encounter rate in this game is not so bad, but sometimes it can be annoying. Okay. Again. Okay. I'm looking back. I'm trying to get back to the forest village here, and I don't remember exactly where it is. I always kind of forget where it is. It's like, we don't have a world map at this point, so it's sort of a pain to find. I don't believe it's this way. Nope. This place is a pain in the butt. Okay, we're gonna continue to let them go. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's just down here. Perfect. We can not only do exactly what we need to do... Perfect. Great forest. Okay. Now, the next thing we want to do is go talk to this gentleman here. And he is... a blacksmith. Now, we have a level 5 blacksmith at Freedom Castle. Which is real nice. We can do basically everything we need to do there. We can buy items, and we can do other stuff. And then, there's also this guy here. He's an expert on baths. So we want him in our crew. And he will make baths in our hideout. Not hideout, headquarters. It's really nice. Finally, let's do one battle here. I don't care if it's with 6 kobolds or what. Nah, these guys are not worth it. Only want to fight kobolds here. Holly Boys, not worth your time. They are just an upgraded version of those really, really weak enemies. Okay, there's just 2 here, but whatever. This shouldn't be a problem. 6 would be perfect, but we're not going to get that, so let's just... It's better than nothing. Should get these guys up a little bit higher. Perfect. Okay. Good. We will want to have Yamku be relatively high level for some side quests later on. He is actually important to do a few side quests. Luke, not so much. I just like having Luke level up. So now, we want to do the next stage of our recruitment. And we only have one more person we can really get at this stage. And he happens to be the best character in the game. Yes, I said it. I think that this guy is my favorite character to use in the whole game. I use him almost all the time. And you will too, once you see what he's capable of. And he's all the way over here. See, there's the bridge. This is what I was looking for. This bridge is sort of like the checkpoint earlier. We can't really go past it, they won't let us. If you try, he'll say, hey, it's Master Milich's domain, you may not pass. Okay. But this guy is our old sensei. And he's the one who taught us to fight with sticks. And I missed that, but now he's saying he'll just gonna join us. And so we get Kai. And Kai is amazing. Kai is, other than the main character, I think Kai is the best character in the whole game. He rules. And we are going to immediately go get Kai. Because why waste our time with Yamku and Luke? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to meet you guys back at the hideout, the headquarters, and I will show you the next phase of our recruitment and what equipment choices and such I will make for LePont. So I'll see you guys then.